At the time that I was experiencing my worst struggles with mental health, I was doing my best, even if it didn't look like it. And that was frustrating for me because at the time I saw all the people around me who, by some kind of miracle, were just going on about their daily lives. They seemed to have focus, to have drive and purpose, walking forward one step after the other to some destination with meaning for them and for life at large, it seemed. Working, walking, talking, having fun, communicating with each other. How did they do it so easily? During the worst of my depression, I spent days in bed. I was in and out of hospitals, confined mainly to the inside of my own mind. And I struggled with mania too, and sometimes found myself unable to sleep or eat or shower. I was busy with projects, with being creative, and couldn't find the time to take care of myself, let alone the people around me. And sometimes it's easy to look back on myself and wonder, why didn't I just get busy with living? The wilderness for me is complicated. I spent years inside that wilderness of myself. Meanwhile, I was navigating separate wildernesses, the wilderness of relationships dissolving, the wilderness of not being able to make ends meet on my own, the wilderness of self-stigma, of thinking there must be something morally wrong with me since I struggled so hard to be normal. When I had my first psychotic break, the wilderness was even deeper, darker, and more terrifying. I was unable to communicate with the people around me, to express myself with any kind of meaning, or to recognize very quickly the people that I loved, or even to understand what was happening around me. They didn't know how to help, and I didn't know what I needed, and we were stuck. At the height of it, the worst time, someone affirmed me, simply treating me like I was normal. He shook my hand, introduced himself, and asked what I needed. And I was so shocked that in my condition he might treat me as normal that I started to be able to think through the layers of the fog that separated me from reality. I said, I need to sleep. They gave me different medications through an IV, and as I drifted off, still not being able to think clearly, I heard my voice saying, "Help me, God." And strangely, when I woke up, I knew that God was in my life in a new way. Since then, I've had a lot of friends and loved ones helping me out. One of them said, "Hey, all you need to do today is put on your shoes and go for a walk." So I did. I feel some days like I've come very far. I still have hard days too, and I know that the war isn't over. It feels good on the days I win the battles and I'm able to work productively and meaningfully contribute to my community. I've come to cherish those days, even if just as I'm living them. And as I appreciate them, joy and peace build on themselves over time. And again, I know that I'm loved. The bad days are the punctuation in the sentences of life, or the cracks on the sidewalk. I guess I'm lucky because they aren't that frequent anymore. I wake up every day and open my eyes, which I'm glad to have. Over these past 10 years, I've used the gifts of my legs to walk more than 6,000 miles. I love using my arms to give hugs and high fives. I'm thankful that my hands work and I can write, play guitar and piano, and peel an orange. I love looking at the sky with its blue and white and dark and the moon and the stars. And I've come to be thankful even for my brain, even though I have to take pills. It helps me with being creative, for bringing everything together, and with knowing how to learn, like languages, to talk to different types of people. People are complicated, but sometimes it's good to keep things simple.